So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Here are the 5 for the Lakers. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at point guard. Now here's Randall. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, no good. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Doncic against Conley. Randall, a screen on Doncic. The kick out to Edwards. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Doncic against McDaniels. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Edwards. Outside for Randall. Puts it up. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
It's James on the wing. Hachimura from long range. Pure from three-point range.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Beyond the arc. And another 3 from Minnesota.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Reeves. Now here's Doncic. Hayes with a screen on McDaniels. And Gobert with a block.
Yeah, the long arms, it's difficult to protect your shot from Gobert's reach.
James against McDaniels. Here's the hook. Here's Hayes. And finally, that one's good.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Randall, a screen on James. James against McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Conley looking for an opening. Randall outside. 5 on the clock. Outside Conley. Up and over Doncic. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Randall.
Well, if anyone epitomizes take what the defense gives you, it's Mike Conley.
On the wing, Hachimura. James outside. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Pass to Conley. Outside Edwards. The 3-ball. The Lakers with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Hayes with a screen on Edwards. Now here's Doncic. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
What's up? And that one misses. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, and this summer saw the passing of Laker legend, three-time basketball Hall of Famer, the logo, Jerry West, an all-star every year of his outstanding playing career before going on to have such a successful career as a coach and as an executive. Guys, this league will bear his imprint forever. Jerry West will be missed.
An all-time great. Okay, Shams, thank you. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Rui Hachimura.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall, but he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Free throw drops for Randall.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And Randall drops them both. Grant, how about Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Now here's Reeves. He's scoreless, gets the 3 ball to go.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Down low. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Randall. Here's Edwards. McDaniels from long range. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. Inside. And finished off by Hayes.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Reeves against McDaniels. Up top, Edwards. Over James. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Edwards has got 11 points.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor when shooting that jumper.
Outside Reeves. McDaniels against Doncic. Takes the 3. The 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards with it. 11 points in the game. From outside the arc. Rebound, the Lakers. James passes to Doncic. Edwards against Reeves. Here's James. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
And that's what LeBron loves to operate, close to the bucket in the high percentage area.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Finney Smith's checked in. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Takes a 3. Doncic pulls down the board. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now. Knocked loose. stolen by Conley. Here's Edwards. Three-pointer. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Well, when Edwards gets this on, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Hachimura outside from behind the arc. Sinks it from distance. Hachimura's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Conley. Oh, deflected and stolen by Reeves. Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Hachimura outside. And here's Doncic. Outside Reeves. Finney-Smith, a screen. Clock at 4. From the right block. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And Minnesota with some changes. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Minnesota's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Pass to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo. That three's off the mark. The Lakers trail. Now Finney-Smith. Vincent outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Hayes is checked in for Hachimura. Now here's Clark. Reed sets a screen. Clark with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Vanderbilt. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
For 3, DiVincenzo drills it from deep. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Finney-Smith. Still no points. Here's Vincent. Back to Finney-Smith. Pass to connect. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Hits the trifecta.
A go-to shot for Connect. You know, he takes pride in burying these long-range missiles.
Clark outside. Here's DiVincenzo. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Off target from outside.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Finney-Smith passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Vincent. Off the mark there with a 3. The Timberwolves trail. Reed can't hit.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Vincent. Perfection with the jumper from the elbow.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Pass to Reed. Can they get it? And it's good on the layup.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Connect. To the inside. Here's Vincent. The three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves shooting about 47% during this first quarter. And here's Clark for three. Finney Smith pulls it in. So it's Los Angeles now. There's 31 seconds left in the opening quarter. Counted for Vincent.
The defense gave him a little space.
You should always say